Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back. It's a Friday. And I am going to be doing some bonus streams so that we have VODs to go up on YouTube while I'm on my various travels. Hope you're doing well, Avo. The plan today, well, we have lots of plans today. I think we're going to start with the saltwater geyser because that's currently active. Let's get some easy steam power. This is like almost the easiest steam power you can get. We have 1.5 tons of bleach stone. So here's the plan. We're going to geotune this. It's active for another 60 cycles. I'm just going to stick the geotuners outside the base. Somewhere where the bleach stone isn't going to off-gas. And guess what? The carbon dioxide is so heavy over here, it's not going to off-gas. So I think I'm literally just going to put the geotuners over here, and then we'll put all the steam turbine stuff over here. I think we're going to have to make it a little bit taller than usual. So we'll see how that goes, but I think this is a good plan. So we'll just put some tiles in. I will probably need to... Yeah, that's a nice little waterfall we got there. I may need to think about that just a tiny bit. If we are going to put in the geotuners, let's have a look. So that would be stations. Geotuners. 12 wide. Obviously, we can't put it right next to Neutronium. I think we could probably fit it here. Put the door here and then have a fire pole over here, maybe. That seems reasonable. Yeah, 3 geotuners here, 3 geotuners here. A little bit of room for something else. It also gives us somewhere to just shovel the bleach stone. And we know the carbon dioxide level is never going to get too low in here because we've got the carbon dioxide geyser. So that's actually fine. What's wrong with the atmosphere here? Oh! We need more CO2 here. That's interesting. Why has the oxygen crept down this far? Oh, it's probably because of the friggin' stuff here. I mean, I could geotune that again. Do I really want to? Probably not. It's kind of a waste of geotuners, to be honest. And all the other copious things that we've done. Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Right, here's what I think I'm going to do as well. I'm going to let all the CO2 out of this area. That's quite hot, but we need it for these plants anyways. It will cool down. That's fine. We do need more food. We definitely need more food. So let's keep planting... Let's keep planting the friggin' plants. The pike apples for now. Our bammets are multiplying. This is good. We're getting more reed fiber. It's a lot of meat, but we have to actually get them to the point where they're doing that. And we also do need people to actually do the farming errands. It does seem like they're just not doing the farming errands. So, no more big projects for a while, guys. You're going to have to just cope. Nobody appears to be idle at the moment. This area is all safe for oxygen masks. Could get more people in here, but it's quite warm down there in general. So, I'm going to need you to keep planting these, I think. Just for now. I may put some more over here. That seems reasonable. In fact, actually, you can just do it like that. But yeah, I'm keen to make more progress. I'm keen to get Ceres in a good state before the DLC comes out. We will keep playing this run when the DLC comes out. But I do have to be on my travels. So that is a thing, that is true. Look at long commutes. There's a lot of construction supply going on. That's just because we just yellow alerted everyone. I think if we stop yellow alerting everyone, everyone's going to behave a lot better. But you just aren't fertilizing these plants. So I think what we need to do is we need to get people's farming priorities up. Just generally, anyone who's got a lot of farming skills should definitely be doing it. Probably going to camp it out. No more printing farmers at the moment. How's the schedule looking? Schedule's looking okay. Do I actually want to revoke people's sleeping time privileges? I don't think so. I think the amount of stamina people have regenerating isn't really the problem. Right, so let's put some down here as well. But we just need to start fertilizing them. That's what actually needs to happen. We could put some in here as well. That's actually completely fine. This area is too hot. That's okay. There's no gas flow actually happening here at the moment, so I'm going to get you to sweep that as well. And I may as well get you to sweep all of this. Now that we're not actually dumping our liquids in here, we might as well cool this whole area down. We have got our iron volcano nice and tamed, so that's good. Our aluminium volcano is going to erupt in about 18 cycles, so we'll have to pay attention to that when that happens. We're still dumping mercury. Wait, where are you putting it? Oh, God. That's not what I wanted to see. You've just been shuffling mercury back and forth all day. I hope not. Let's have a look at the colony report. I don't think so. It's difficult to know, though. But yeah, if we don't actually put you in suits, you guys should actually start growing and harvesting pike apples. I think what I might do as well, just to get the most calorie efficiency out of this, is actually disable eating pike apples. You have to cook them first, which will be... these ones. Don't eat them. Just cook. You do actually have oxygen over here as well, so you should be fine. Where is all the phosphorite? I think it's in a few different places. I think this is probably a good point for me to just put a storage bin of phosphorite up here. In fact, we do have a storage bin of phosphorite. Oh. Okay. Yeah, for the Wheezeworts. There is room for Geotuners in here, by the way. We have metal. Let's put the Geotuners in here. And these won't be bleachstone ones. Maybe we will geotune the CO2 geyser again, although it's dormant at the moment, so it's not going to do anything. Regardless, that is what we will put in here. I'll figure out the actual geyser to geotune later. Probably the sulfur geyser. That's not going to activate anytime soon either. We know the bleachstone ones are going to go here, but that's going to have to wait. We need to get out of this food black hole first. You guys are cooking, which is good. Not a lot of food left. We've kind of gone a bit crazy. You can dig these tiles up. Perhaps we have actually reached the limits of wild sleepweeds. Yeah, the amount of Sweetles in here has increased now. These guys need to breed more. It's because people need to do grooming. We do have a lot of errands going on, but that's no excuse. People need to actually be cooking because we can't starve for too long. Otherwise we're going to be in serious trouble. Pressure? That's not good. I mean, you could do that. That will help, I imagine. Probably also just this will help. Let some oxygen out of here. I mean, the funny thing is, at the moment, we could just geotune this hot CO2 vent. Oh, it's dormant. Everything's dormant. Well, that's fine. I'll just do the sulfur geyser. We'll just do that later. That's not going to take a huge amount of power. I think I will hook it up to this wire here. That's fine. And then that's a very straightforward case of abyssalite again, I believe. So the abyssalite is going into... I don't think I ever bothered setting this up, did I? I just put the abyssalite in the bins and call it a day. I could set something else up here if I want. So long as they're not actively starving, I will set this up. You actually have an auto sweeper here, and that actually does cover these two, so that's convenient. I will need another one to cover this one, but that's fine. So probably just a case where I shove abyssalite in the conveyor loader in here. I could just shove it here. There's no specific need to make this out of anything specific, for obvious reasons. And then, let's see, conveyor rail can just go up here, and that can go here. Conveyor receptacle, conveyor receptacle. Power wire should be fine. I can go... Let's go there. And then that can go there, that can go there. I will need some lights, which means this one's probably going to flip around. So a bit of light here. This is my favorite thing to do, putting in lights. But yeah, the aim is I'm going to do 2 normal streams length of streaming today. We're going to make some serious progress and serious business. Oh, that needs to be slightly different. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm just going to put a lamp over here for now. And then... that auto sweeper can go back here. And then that one can go there. Yeah, that works. Okay. Cultivation wire can go here, and then the regular wire can go here. That's okay. Probably won't get you to dig any more of these for now. Probably actually just need to look after the plants that we've currently planted. More fertilizer would be a good shout. Is there any just on the map we can dig up? Looking for green lumps. But it's probably on the other asteroid. Oh, blue lumps. Okay. There's a fair bit of fertilizer we could... Well, that's not that much. Got the natural gas over here we should do at some point as well, but that's not the most urgent thing in the world. I don't really want to set up the polluted water generators in here yet. Also, I'm kind of hoping this area where we're just dumping all this hot water into is going to get hot enough that we can just have pincher peppers here for a little while. Yeah, there's a seriously sketchy food situation going on at the moment. What has happened to all the food? We had like 300,000 calories stored up yesterday. I mean, I get that we have 32,000 calories per day getting consumed, but this is ridiculous. Sweetles are breeding. I don't really want to start murdering the Sweetles immediately, though. Maybe we don't really have a choice. I don't think I need you to dump stuff in here anymore. That's alright. How many wood heaters do I have left in the base? There's one there. There's one out here. I don't think the heating... Recover from cold. Yeah, that's not too high. Wish this list was less useless. We still need to build more planter boxes over here as well. That water's blocked off. I don't need these pips. I'm not doing anything with pips at the moment. If we're going to be multiplying more critters, I want to be multiplying the Sweetles, but again, that needs to be in the friggin' sleepweed zone. Which is not exactly what I want to happen. These guys are not breeding that quickly either. I'm beginning to wonder whether we've cut this off too quickly. What's everyone's vitals? I mean, fullness seems okay at the moment, but obviously that is subject to more pike apples, I guess. Spigot seals give us the tallow, which we could use to make pemmican. How much tallow do we have now? That should be on the list. I could probably get rid of uranium ore. Let's see. Got 1.3 tons of tallow-ish. And we've got many more seals over here. I think I'll just speed it up. We'll let them keep going for now. How are the nosh... Are these guys eating all the nosh beans? Are they actually going off in here? Possibly. I think they may be going off. So let's actually set this to 10 kilograms each. Unironically, we actually need more CO2 now. That's hilarious. I don't really understand how it all got down here. I guess it's just because we dug out so much of the map for doing this big old water tank. I mean, let's sweep that. We're still filling up our thing with the soda fountains as well. You should keep dropping off CO2 to these. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I don't think we're in an emergency food-wise. I'm just surprised. Well, let's at least build all the pike apple bits first. You could have critter ranching too. More suit training for everyone is needed. We should get a fairly large stockpile of reed fiber coming in now, though, because the mammoths are doing well. I don't need pyrotechnics on this map. That will do. You guys can get in here. What I could do is I could put some more tiles over here to improve run speed. But this, I don't really want this to be a permanent feature. I think, honestly, what's going to happen is we'll just focus on something else for now. The mammoth food will kick in. We'll suddenly have a massive food surplus because we'll have a load of meat and we'll make a load of pemmican. But so long as we're actually grooming the guys, we should get plenty of food coming in from there as well. So I'm not going to worry too much. You don't have that much left to do either. What are you up to, Redneck? Oh, you're grabbing the sulfur. Okay. Did we build the geotuning suite? No, that's kind of on the way, but that could be set to the sulfur geyser. There is also a polluted water vent. What we could do is we could geotune that once, and then we could actually just feed the pincher peppers from it directly. But let's get the actual food production online first. Yeah, go ahead and set those up. Yeah, you're building all these planter boxes, that's fine. So let's start on more pike apples. And we'll get rid of most of these later, but we might as well keep some here at the moment. I am also expecting this area to just keep gradually heating up. Snow is actually critically low. So I think what that means is, let's put some ice makers in. And I'm going to put them over here. Now, each one of these bonbon trees... The ice makers will help cool things down as well. Each bonbon tree consumes 100 kilograms per cycle, and we have 16. So we need 1.6 tons per cycle of snow. Each ice maker... I can't remember the exact amount they make. It depends on how quickly it cools it down. But we could plug in like a proper suite of them. And have a think about what wire that's going to go into. Yeah, you'll be alright. Each one's 240 watts. What I might do is I might just set up 6 of them and then put them on a new wire. Now, this one is going to this thermal aquatuner, the mercury lamps, and that. I probably don't want that one plugging into anything. That one's going into the metal refinery and then a few other things. Let's have a look at here. Megafrons. We don't really have any chlorine. Hello, Techrock. What are you up to? Are you cheating? Let's get another Megafron spore. We might do something with that. If we end up with an excess of bleachstone because of geotuning saltwater geysers, it could happen. I am duping. I am duping and I'm not pooping. Let's go. Digital lemon. Let's have a look. So this one's going into the metal refinery and then the rad bolt generator. It's probably not that one. This one is going into everything. It's probably not that one. This one is going into all the lamps over here. I think that one maybe. I mean, if we look at all of the items on here, so the lamps are constant draw. Then we have a load of conveyor loaders, shearing stations, auto sweepers, the soda fountains. Okay, probably not that one then. Because the soda fountains will knock it out every time. That one is going into just the thermal aquatuner for the volcano. Well, we could probably plug in one ice maker to each of those, right? Maybe we just do that for now, instead of having it be so organized. We could just put a couple over here and call it a day. So it would be that one and that one. So maybe I'm literally just going to put the ice maker here and here. And then that one could go straight there, and then this one could just go... I think what I'd do is I would just put a bridge here. And then I'd cut this off. And then that one would go here. Okay, let's priority 9 that. I mean, I'm enjoying the plastic production. It will not be the end of the world if we stop supplying these, because I think we're actually getting most of the plastic sorted out at this point. Hello, Charlie Kelly. Hope you're doing well. 1 week until the thing happens. Yes, 1 week until I freaking go on holiday, because I never knew what the DLC release date was. If I knew it was going to be that week, I wouldn't have done it. These should probably be plastic ladders as well, shouldn't they? There you go. That could be a fire pole as well. Need to help you guys get around bits that I know that you're actually going to be getting around to. You guys are actually breeding, right? You are. Okay. Well, they're all growing at least. It's a start. I could definitely put more pike apples over here if I felt like it. That might be what we do for now. Put them on planter boxes so they don't get covered in ethanol. What I should also do, now that we've actually sorted out the volcanoes, I can actually break open this whole wall and people can wander around through here. So in fact, actually get rid of all of that. None of this needs to be blocked off anymore. Hoping that CO2 is going to start coming over that way. I'll need to plug these up pretty quickly. That's alright. Let's speak to it. Yeah, we've got a lot to do on this save. It's going well. There's plenty of stuff happening. So let's keep up the momentum. I think when we get the new DLC, we're going to play on my birthday. I'm coming back on my birthday, which is June 20th. And this year, instead of having a party, my birthday present is going to be actually not going to an event and just relaxing for a change. So we're going to do a birthday stream, probably. And that will be the first stream of the Aquatic Planet Pack. For sure. Right, this needs to be sorted out now. So that could be priority 9. There you go. Yeah, so long as we're not building up excess food, and we're not running out of food, I'm okay. You're gonna have to make an aquatic birthday pun for that run? Yeah, and I'm gonna have to give all the dupes outfits, for sure. I did, by the way, I did actually fix the sound alerts. That's why it says they're all new. The sound alerts website forgot a lot of my settings. So they should work properly now. One would hope. Do I still need this door here? I think this is just for while I was adjusting this. I could put another pike apple here. So long as we get to the Somnian synthesizer here, there's no reason for me not to have the pike apples in here, because this was the actual intended pike apple farm. Yeah, this seems alright now. People actually seem to be cooking now. That's good. I think we just yellow alerted people for too long. These ones are getting too hot, which is kind of expected. They're not new for you anymore. You've looked at them now. Good job. Did we build the rest of the Geotuners? You didn't really. It's fine. Set that up. This counts as a lab, right? Yes, good. That was good planning. Wow, look! 96 tiles with the thing. It's almost like we actually planned it. We could also make everyone warm coats so we could stop worrying about the heating, but I don't think that's a huge issue. At least it doesn't seem like it at the moment. Keep training everyone up. Yeah. So we now have 24 dupes that have suit sustainability. That's good. Breed fiber is continuing to increase, so we're going to keep increasing the amount of floxes we actually have in our breeders. Because that's free food. I wonder if they'll add a critter that eats wood. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, that's what that friggin' door was for. It's when this was sealed off, so we could actually, do that. Okay. That's fine. We'll sort that out. All the plastic is over here, so you should actually end up building this fairly quickly. We have some liquid sucrose in here, which is kind of weird. This liquid sucrose should eventually go away. Steam room is a tiny bit too hot at the moment. It's interesting. I mean, we're still actively cooling this room a lot, so I think that's kind of what the issue is. This nectar is hot going in. Yeah, that's probably fine. Liquid sucrose turns into CO2. Let's see. No, that's not how you spell it. Liquid sucrose. It boils into carbon dioxide at 230 degrees C, which is not very useful, but I don't think it's going to get that hot in here. I'm kind of hoping it cools down. It should actually cool down enough. I assume they haven't implemented caramel. No. No, not quite. Right, we are very much out of snow now. So you're going to be set to snow. And then you're going to do the same thing. Now, this one can thankfully hook up here immediately. There you go. And we could definitely run at least one. We could probably run two a lot of the time, but I'm not going to risk it. And then I think what I might actually do is I might just put a load more over here for now. And hook them up to some more transformers. Hope you're doing well, Polar Mountie. Yeah, my day's going alright. It's a Friday. And we've got time to stream, and I'm not going to be around next week when the friggin' DLC comes out. So, yeah. They're going to do some extra streaming now. Okay, so this is going to be for snow production. That is going to go here. Then we'll put one of these batteries in. And then we'll get this hooked up. There is probably a point where I should start actually hooking up the smart batteries so that we can deprioritize certain consumers. Because the ice makers running is entirely optional. This does not need to happen on a permanent basis. But that's pretty convenient and that's pretty close. So, yeah, I guess that will do. I have so many things coming out around the same time. Yeah, that's how it goes, yeah. Yeah, this cools down with a power of 80 kDTUs per second of cooling. The problem is, each tree needs 2 lots. It needs more than 1 lot per day. So there's going to be a lot of shuffling back and forth of snow, right? That means I probably actually need to put auto sweepers in where I'm doing this, which seems reasonable. So how about we actually do this? Dig this out. Cancel that wire. Because we do not want dupes shuffling around ice all the time. This is probably going to be semi-permanent. So... do that, and then... we'll need some more conveyors. So... that's actually pretty close to all of them. That's a shame. That'll do. This can all go on that wire just fine. These are intermittent runners. I will actually need to fit conveyor receptacles in here, or at least chutes. We didn't leave enough room in here for auto sweepers, so I think it will just be chutes in the middle of each one. Semi-automated. Semi-automated. So I think that will be one here, and then one here, and then one here. And that should split it evenly between the rooms. And I think that will have to do. And until then, none of these. So, I guess, actually, I can't turn these off. I think I... oh. That wire definitely shouldn't be here. That's been turned off the entire time. Okay. We can fix that. Well, we have enough pike apples to the point where we're not starving anymore, so that's good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up each of these... oh, for fuck's sake, it's here too. Did I just... I think I just did the floxes first, right? And I didn't think about that. I don't think there's a way I can actually do this with that light there. This door can stay open. That doesn't matter to me. So, that means that wire can come down here. Although I guess that would be more efficient to do it like that. I'm glad I actually looked at this. That is more straightforward. That could just go here. And then that one's at the bottom, so there's no issue. So then we just need some switches. I don't mind exactly what that looks like. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and build all of that. I guess it's a fair bit for you to do. Long commutes. Let's see. No, that's not going to help, is it? Nope. I'm hoping because we're making them eat only the cooked food, they're actually going to accumulate nearby better. You guys are still too cold, so we need to keep you at that level. That's fine. Yeah, leave that for now. And then, what about... okay, you've got the last Geotuner, that's good. So that can go there. This should be manual use, and that should just be Abyssite. We have 133 tons of Abyssite, and there's more on the map, so I'm not too worried about that. You're going to activate in... not a... Not for a while, so let's not think about that for now. I don't think you actually need more pike apples now. I think we've got enough. So let's leave those unplanted for now. We'll potentially plant them here later because we know that we're going to be keeping this area cold. Well, I think the seals themselves are just going to keep it cold, to be honest. I'm not too worried about that. Alveoveras have died. Where? Oh, here. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We need to get all these liquids out of here. Probably also a need for a little bit more refined phosphorus. It was a lot easier to actually boil it off of these things when they were uncapped. Well, we'll see. Liquefiables, that can be set to ice. No. Snow. That's what we want. There is a possibility that we should just pip plant these now. If we've got most of the plastic we want now. But we're going to want to build a lot of steam turbines later, aren't we? Maybe I shouldn't worry about that. Right. What you got skills-wise? Harold, you can have suits. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, dig you up. If there's any pike apples that are really far away and awkward, then I'll stop using them. Mercury's kicking back in. It's fine. There's a fair amount of liquid spilling into here now. Where is that coming from? Oh! Oh! I get it. That's the ethanol. Well, I mean, at the moment, that's actually just water. So what I probably need to do is I need to actually make these walls. Where we've got the spigot seals. That's fine. Set you to snow as well. And then these granite tiles need to go here. And that needs to happen now. What we got? Excellent. I'll take some excellent. It doesn't go off after all. I don't think any more dupes for now. What's going on with this? Why is the pipe breaking? Oh, right. That should be an insulated pipe. Yeah, that should all be insulated. And then you're gonna have to come and fix all of this friggin' pipe. Right, good thing is we have plenty of people to do this task at the moment, but it's gonna just keep breaking quickly. Until we actually fix it, so please do fix it quickly. Stop wasting all of our rock. Maybe this is too far for it to recirculate. That's also possible. And again, this is why I was hesitant about actually, you know, putting gas up here. I'm almost beginning to think this is just not going to actually work. I don't know, once it actually starts flowing, it's alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay now, I think. I can still see it breaking a little. That's not good. I'm gonna open the window, it's really stuffy in here. I haven't actually been outside today. It's not a good idea, is it? I could probably put a little tepidizer in here. You know, one last hurrah for the tepidizer. Stick that there. This probably shouldn't be yellow alert, but I'm gonna make it yellow alert. And then just set the thermosensor to 30 degrees. I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. We should have done that a while ago, to be honest. It's okay. Yeah, last moment for the hyper-efficient tepidizer that's getting reworked in the next update. We'll probably build one for the spigot seals as well. Maybe? I don't know. We did that last time. Maybe we just do something different this time. Send green signal if below 30 degrees. This will heat up the mercury very quickly. You've been having so much trouble trying to get the turbo tepidizer to work. It seems to flash boil things. Yeah, I was wondering if anyone knew what the actual send green signal if below... Oh, minus 30 degrees. That's what I want. There you go. There you go. That should now be fine, because the mercury is going to be much hotter going into the pipe. Well, we'll see. Right, trees are growing, which means we are making snow, just not a lot. So let's get this set up so you're not worrying about that, and get that done so that I'm not frustrated about that. You're not getting built because of that, that's fine. I believe the nectar is not an issue at the moment, so just leave that for now. We just crystallizing a load of ice down here, that's fine. Does seem to make for a very low-tech gunk boiler. Yeah, fair enough. What else do I want to do? Did actually analyze this. Whatever I do, I need to get all this liquid crap out of here, don't I? It's even in here, there's just a load of mercury. Well, you could dig that out, and then maybe we can just let it roll over here. If I tile this and remove these tiles, we should be able to push it all out, right? No, stop yellow alerting everything, Christ. Remove that liquid sensor. Don't need to do that. We can reach these, that's fine. Heat fiber's looking a little low. Heat mammoth's up to. You are eating properly. Got 10 mammoth eggs now. Are you actually full of mammoths? You are full of mammoths. That's good. Oh, that's not good, because they're not happy. But that's because you're not groomed. We do actually need to groom these guys. Get the next one there. Right, pike apples are going up again. That's good. So I think what that means is... once these ones have all grown, I'm going to get rid of these ones, because we don't need this many pike apples. I knew I was going to overshoot it. The less errands we have, the better. Because this is a lot of time that the dupes are spending doing this instead of building stuff. Looks like we have enough refined metal to put these geotuners in. Yep. So that can be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The CO2 pressure will be high enough in here that we should never have the bleach stone off gassing. That's because this is the liquid, right? Let's see. We'll want to put some bleach stone hoppers in as well. I think what I'm actually going to do... this is almost enough room for all of the geotuners. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have that... is that the base level? That is the base level. This is going to be covered in liquid. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have the geyser here. We'll move the ladder, obviously. The last geotuners will go up here, and then maybe actually I could fit a fourth one in somewhere. Obviously not in this room. But we're going to need 2 rows of steam turbines. Which is going to be very awkward. I think what that's going to look like is something along these lines. How many tiles is that? That's 15. So I can put 3 steam turbines here. Probably can't access it that way. And then the steam would have to go up here as well. I'm not really planning on microchipping any of the steam turbines. I think we should be fine. If we ever need more power, we have the friggin' geothermal pump. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Right, you're all done, so I'm going to deconstruct you now. Because we don't need that many pike apples. It's taking up your time. Right, I want to make sure we're still getting the plastic as well. So go ahead and actually do all of this. Also, it does occur to me, we've probably actually broken the flocks automation over here. Thankfully, we don't actually have a lot of eggs in here at the moment. So that should be fine. Yeah, please build that first. And then all the bleach stone on the map should go in here. And I'll put another one down here. I suspect what we'll do is I'll put the 4th geotuner down here. I'll put mesh tiles in here for now. And then we'll put the bleach stone hopper in here as well. But... wait, what? Why are you all peeing? Oh. I think I know why you're all peeing. Because an important tile melted over here. Yeah, go ahead and build that ladder. Oh my god. That's really funny. Like, get us out of here. Right, now you can all escape. So this is going to erupt 15 kilograms per second of sulfur at 240 degrees C. That is also too hot for a safe biodiesel situation. Oh, you need a ladder too. True. There you go. Well, you guys should take your suits off fairly promptly. Also, if you have polluted water, it's just going to stay here. That's fairly convenient, isn't it? You know what I should do? I should get a sponge slug for this room. I haven't got to thermium yet, but I suppose a thermium temperizer can make salt boiler heat exchange multipliers work fairly easy for some power positive shenanigans. Yeah, but I mean, if you're using thermium and stuff, then you can get power positive with, like, pretty simple stuff. So I'm not that concerned about it. What's overheating? Gas pump. Oh! The water is actually hot enough now. This is an issue. Well, guess what we have over here? I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to build a load of granite tiles up here. And then I'm going to dig down, and that should be fine. But that means I'm going to have to get people to come in here in the masks, and they're probably going to scold now, aren't they? Well, we'll give it a try. Because we need this to work. Also, I'm going to get you to make this out of steel. We should do this anyways, because I want to let the water drop down to this level. Let's see how that goes. We have a lot of hydrogen stored up. That's good. When do you go dormant again? 50 cycles? Oh, okay. Exosuit training for you too. There you go. And I think ultimately, so we'll put bleach stone in here for now. But I think, and it's not off-gassing, see, because of carbon dioxide. But I think ultimately what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the hopper over here. We don't mind having... Oh, I think I actually am going to have to separate out the thing. I'm going to have to separate out the bleach stone hopper because that's industrial machinery, right? Yeah. So we're going to have to put a station in here of some kind. I'll just put a normal... Does it still require a laboratory to work? Yes, it does. And a laboratory now requires 2 science buildings, and it needs to be at least 32 tiles. Well, I think that's probably fine. I think what we would do is we would put the bleach stone hopper in the corner. I will wait to build that. It occurs to me none of you can reach any of these tiles. That's funny. Should I just get rid of all of this abyssalite? Would that help? Maybe. Just get some more heat transfer in here. It's probably a good starting point. And then I could put the granite in at this level. Maybe. Although this abyssalite is still going to be blocking the heat transfer, so that's probably not ideal. Yeah, we still have plenty of food, so I'm not going to worry about the extra guys for now. I might get rid of this cluster. Actually, you're kind of nearly grown. There's only that one left. Oh, we timed this well. Yeah, we can get rid of these ones. CO2's at the right level for this again now, that's good. Wait, what are we out of? Wait, no. Don't build this one out of the uranium ore. That should be iron. Yeah, Friday night that.
Thanks for
Willow!
the raid.
Hello, Willow. Hope you're doing well. Let me give you a shout out. You don't have a raid message? I suspected you wouldn't have a raid message. What have you been up to today? Have you been playing Oxygen Not Included? We're doing a bonus stream. We're doing a Friday bonus stream because I'm on holiday the week the Aquatic Planet Pack comes out, and I'm very sad because we play this game for thousands of hours. It is me, Arisia Gaming, Funny Fish Man. You may have seen me on YouTube. It's all over there. Hello, Mastani. Hello, Wojom. Wojom, you got a sub. You got a gift sub. We had a load of gift subs the other day. Oh, yesterday. Anonymous gift subs. We cleaned up a H2 bomb and it took all stream, but now the H2 is all clean. Well, that's good. What have we done today? Well, we planted a load of random pike apples because food got a bit too low.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much for the follow. Rain Supremo 7. Oh, 7. Lums. You have questions about lums. Okay, shoot. We're on Ceres Minor, and we're trying to make things work. We're just having fun, really. I never did a proper normal series run, so I thought that's something that we'll actually do. My plan, by the way, I am eventually going to hook up that polluted water vent, and we're going to hook it up to a load of arbitraries and do ethanol stuff, maybe. But, like, there's not a lot of purpose to us doing that at the moment yet. I want to get the bleachstone economy going so that we can geotune these, get lots of clean water. Is overgrows the best for water oxygen? Is it better or same water as bog buckets? Is bristle blossom better? I can tell you one thing for certain. Bog buckets are the worst. Bog buckets are quite a lot less water efficient than normal plants. Each plant eats 40 kilograms per cycle of polluted water. And the lums eat, I believe they eat a similar amount to the other plants. They give you 1.5 times the amount of peat. But the amount of water you put in is a lot more. Because the bristle blossoms, that's 20 kilograms per cycle of water each. I think the overgrow nodes are technically the most efficient once they're fully grown. But it's not by a lot. And if you don't mind lighting them up, and the floral scent germs, bristle blossoms are a perfectly viable alternative. And they don't constrain room size as much. If you don't mind letting all the vines grow out, overgrows are fine. And we did a video about lum ranching ages ago where I used the vines. And I like that. Can you farmers touch the node or the vines? You could, yeah, you can farmers touch it, I believe. That would be silly if you couldn't. I don't normally, because we're growing them in the same room and we have the lums, but if you were going to do it, I think it makes sense. Hold on, let me print some iron. If we have a look at the farmer's station, it does actually say what plants you can improve here. The overgrow vine is one of them. Sounds like they tend the vines. I don't normally tend the vines, but that sounds like it would work. There's a raid, hand over the oxygen. You can grow the lum foods in a separate room and you can use the farm room. Yes, that is a way of doing it. That is definitely a way of doing it. Bristle blossoms give you more algae per lum pooping. Really? Really? Hold on. Let's have a look at the blum lums. The Jeff Goldblums. What, because you just get more calories per plant? I mean, either way, blum-lums are unbelievably cracked. Especially if you're fertilizing the foods. It's so much oxygen, you're never going to know what to do with it. Blums are the most oxygen-efficient source... the most efficient source of oxygen in the game, by far, I think. I don't think even the flue corals in the new DLC are actually as efficient as fully optimized blums. And you can optimize blums so early. That's been like our go-to default strategy for Prehistoric Planet Pack. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't mind doing the same thing every time, we would just do it every time. Algae
Killer
oxygen
fish.
only run, no electrolyzers.
Killer
Yeah,
fish
yeah.
from San Diego.
Hello, Leofar.
I
You're
don't
first
know what
today.
I am,
Congratulations.
but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish.
Yeah, early
Hello.
stream, yeah.
I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you. We did a lum-only run with no electrolyzers. I might actually continue that run at some point, because I was pretty pleased with where it was going. The only reason I didn't was because I wanted to play on Ceres. But if we finish Ceres and we want a 50-50 something, we'll go back to that seed, because we got to like cycle 300 and we were having no problems. We were ready to go to space and do stuff. For sure. Are there any more of these I want to get rid of? I don't know. Lums and blubs grow so much meat, I don't need to ranch dartles for Rexes. Yeah, the power level of the prehistoric planet pack content is crazy. We actually have lums. We have wild lums down here helping us out with harvesting the alveoveras. But that's all they're doing. We're just printing lums whenever they come up in the printing pod. I don't think they actually lay eggs. We've seen a couple of eggs laid, but it doesn't always happen. You can make more O2 out of the algae from the lums from the diffuser and feeding water straight to the electrolyzer. Yeah, it's so much more efficient, and that's even without fertilizing the plants. I think an exuberant farmer's touch alveovera has it beat. It doesn't. That's the funny thing, it doesn't. Also, at that point, remember, you can have exuberant bristle blossoms, or exuberant, I'm not sure you can have it exuberant of agro nodes, but you can definitely do exuberant bristle blossoms. Rexes and dartles are pointless. So the thing is, right, I historically have not liked Rexes and dartles a lot. I figure if you want reed fiber, mammoths are just easier and more productive. Everyone forgets about mutation seeds. I think the takeaway that people are having about Rexes and dartles at the moment is dartles are a very good source of chlorine, and Rexes are a very good source of water, brine ice. So that's salt. You can obviously get water from other sources pretty easily, but Rexes give you a lot of salt, and if you don't have saltwater geysers, that can be relevant. But I think other than that, they're a little bit underpowered. I think what Klei needs to do, I think they need to buff feather fiber. Why does it do the exact same thing as reed fiber? It should be like reed fiber, but it should give more decor. And then technically, if you want the fanciest dupes, it's optimal to have Rexes. And then it's less of a productivity efficiency thing and more of a, we're doing the Rexes because we're the advanced colony and we want to be fancy. Right, this is called the hydrogen right down. That's good. Oh, we actually just replaced the pump. Okay, whatever. I don't care about that anymore. But yeah, what I wanted to do today was set up an actual steam turbine room for the saltwater geyser. But at the moment, we've had the dupes make a load of extra pike apples, and perhaps we didn't need this many pike apples. I don't want to get rid of too many of them. Why are you running on the wheel? You probably shouldn't be running on the wheel. Is this actually a suits thing now? This could be a suits thing now. We have reed fiber again. What's the oxygen pipe like? I think I need yet more oxygen pumps here. Don't ask me about the whole oxygen situation. It's not organized at all. Because we're doing alveoveras for everything in this run, we don't have a neat spawn. I'm just going to put the other pump here. So we're pumping it all out of the living quarters and oxalite sconces. But then you're locking out some people who don't have the PvP. Yeah, but it's like iridium. You don't have iridium if you're not playing with the PvP. But we were talking about this the other day as well. So I like that there's materials that do unique things in the DLCs. But what I really wish Klei would do is they make it so that you have some access to the materials, even if you don't have the DLCs. Make, like, late game access. Like, because the 4K wires in the Aquatic Planet Pack that require the rubber, you should be able to make 4K wires eventually on other runs. That seems within the realms of possibility. You can make synthetic rubber in real life. Why don't they just make a molecular forge recipe for rubber at with petroleum at the molecular forge? And then you at least give people the option. But latex rubber is clearly the better option, and you can do that if you have the DLC. And then why the PvP? Because it gives you an alternative pathway that's more fun and more interesting. Klei made a 4K wires with plastic recipe now? What? Guys, we're gonna have to have a look at this. It's available in base game. They heard my pleas. Right. Sorry, we're gonna go on a diversion quickly then. Where's the link to the gameplay update? Let me find it. Sorry, excuse the mess. We've got to look at this right now. So, I didn't even read it. I didn't know they were making any more changes. It'll be this one, won't it? Insulated cable and bridge buildings now available in the base game. Yes! Insulated cables and bridges can now optionally be made with plastic. So it's literally just going to be plastic instead of rubber. That's interesting. Is rubber going to be competitive with that? I don't know. I haven't played the DLC. Maybe. I'm presuming you can get a lot more rubber than plastic. I don't know, though. I'm not sure whether that makes it too easy or not, but either way, it's probably good that they should make the 4K transformers easy to use so that people actually use them. You now have access to the sludge press if you own the Aquatic Planet Pack. That's really funny. The sludge press should be available in the game, even if you don't have access to the mud, right? That's if you're making buildings cross-compatible across a few different DLCs, that's probably a sign they should just add them to the base game. Increased flue corals lux requirement for oxygen production. Yeah, these were quite strong, I heard. They give you a lot of oxygen, but obviously the line constraint is kind of hard. Rubber and plastic are already competitive. They replaced... Oh, yeah, that's true. They're direct competitors. That does make sense. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. I don't think there's anything in here... Added near-death experience status for duplicates when we recently recovered from being incapacitated. Yeah. Added swim emote for hot environments. Glass ceiling light lux produced and wattage required increased. Oh god, there's some actual impactful changes in here, right? Okay. Boots and swimwear. So swimwear is harder to get and boots is easier to get. That makes sense, I think. Bionics get stress from the swim hack booster. It's interesting. Because obviously Bionics not liking water is a clear weakness. And as we know, when you circumvent it with an Atmos suit, Bionic duplicates become centralizingly strong. So I guess that makes sense that they want to keep their weaknesses in that context. Swimwear now provides limited protection from shocks in waist-deep liquid. Okay. Ore hull. They fixed the ore hull so it poops polluted mud again. They reverted this to polluted dirt and then they changed their mind, which is good because this is more interesting. I think they only changed it to polluted dirt because they realized people didn't have the sludge press. You're anxious to... Oh god. Submersed building changes. Beacon lux value increased. That's probably good. Poke shells now have a behavior to hit open a fully grown clampum. Oh, that's interesting. Kind of like the lum harvesting. Glow squid punches now deposit squid ink on the cell below the target if available. Yeah, here's what I think, Polar Mountie. I think most stuff should be available in the game to play with. But the combinations of things that you get to actually make them useful should be found in the DLCs. Like, you're not going to need a sludge press if you don't have any mud. And you may only be getting mud if you're doing things that's an asteroid. I guess the problem with that is you can print-intercept everything, right? So you can get sources of all these materials from all the different DLCs now. That's an interesting problem that I think Klei have ended up in. If they make the game too cross-compatible, then the print-interceptor just invalidates the DLCs. Which is probably why they're not doing that. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. It's 5k lux. Beacon reactor. Replacing the Shinebug reactor. True. That's a good idea. I'm sure the dupes are all fine in the background, by the way. There's no emergencies at the moment. Farm station. Oh, look! You can now fertilize clampums, starnicles, pin pockets, and gum palms. That's a big change. I'm gonna have to make another video about this, aren't I? I don't have time to make another video about this. Because this changes the efficiency of these things a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna look at the asteroid imperative stuff. That's spoilers. Thermal gas fission now has sulfur buildup listed under its effects panel. I'm glad they clarified that the debris is sulfur, because I didn't understand that originally. Just looking at it, that's good. So Coquina is in the harvestable space POI. Yep, that's good. DLC 5 space destination in base game star map is now called Extinct Ocean. Okay. Tooltip for stable in the room overlay now mentions that it enables the use of both land-based and aquatic ranching buildings. Okay, good. Where's the submerged buildings fix? Am I going crazy? Yeah, because you were saying that submerged buildings weren't going to work properly anymore, like the Hydra. I don't think the rest of these are super relevant. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to have a proper look at that later. Ah, so if it eats nori, it makes less stuff. That's interesting. Right, enough of this. Enough of this. They added a new tag called submergible. Ah. Well, we'll see. Have people done anything productive in the meantime? Hold on. We're back. Door is overheating. That's fine. Just don't repair it. I don't care. Right, you guys were kind of a little bit idle. That's interesting. Food is mostly breaking even at the moment, so that's probably for the best. Let's get another oxygen pump in here. We're gonna need 2, really, aren't we? We also have enough power sources hooked up now. I think this is actually fine. Although this wire is kind of dangerously close to getting overloaded. There's probably an argument to be made that I need to disconnect probably this pump from that wire. Let's do that now. And then I'm going to YOLO out that wire. The current submergible buildings stay submergible. Hello, Croc Pro Player. I wonder if they start improving the other planets to make them as nice as aquatic. I think they're nice. I've never had any complaints about the Frosty Planet and the, you mean like adding like the backdrops around the printing pod? I don't know, I kind of like how that's a unique feature of the Aquatic Planet Pack. I think there's plenty on Ceres, and there's plenty on Relica to keep them unique and different feeling. I think I'm actually going to have to hook up a few more of these. How about these? Does that help? A little. I think it's probably a case where I should do maybe the Geotuners as well. Because we have a lot of gas pumps on this line that are obligate consumers now. That's going to be annoying. Well, maybe I'll just do this. Okay, let's just do that for now. Right. What are people doing then? You need to start making snow. And we do actually need to get these finished. Really? You didn't do any of that the whole time? What are you doing? Am I going crazy? Where are they going? Technically, this package is bigger from the other planet packs since Aki's been working on the concept for years. Yeah, I actually had a look at the thread for the mod. It's interesting seeing the differences between the mod and the DLC, for sure. They discovered rubber tiles. They're holding double the normal tile pressure. Ooh, I like that idea. Right, you are actually building these now. That's good. I think it's just because we were on speed 1. I'm going to be honest. I should probably also put like a gap here for the Transformers, maybe. I don't know. I really wish they added the frozen biome from the beach mod. I mean, I can see why they didn't, because the prehistoric planet pack had quite a lot of cold stuff in it, and Ceres was all cold. So I think they just wanted a warm-feeling asteroid for a change. And I think that's probably more on theme. Once the DLC is out, Aki will continue to make mods that work nicely with the DLC. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'd be very easy to incorporate Aki's other mods and ideas with that. For sure. Yeah, you guys aren't even coming out here. Oh, because you're all on downtime. Okay, that's fine. Well, why are we not Nobe in Planetoid? Lol. Yeah. We'll do that when we get the new computer. We're pretty close to the threshold for getting a new computer, by the way. That is going to happen sometime in the next few months, when I actually have the administrative brain for it. There's a few things I'm trying to sort out at the moment as well. I really want to sort out solar panels for the house, because I think we are at the point where we can actually commit to that. And I kind of want to do that first. Mechatronics for Frankie, who's sitting there not doing anything. That's good. Maybe Frankie should be doing something. It's nice not having to worry about temperature for the entire game. As Aki is employed now, his mod's going to get incorporated into the game. I am hoping that some stuff gets incorporated in the game. I really hope they make it easier to configure sensors to the settings that you want. Because at the moment, the ranges on some of the sensors is quite restrictive. Like the light sensor only goes up to 15k lux, but the mercury lamp goes up to 60k lux. So like, why is that a thing? That's completely arbitrary and pointless. How are the mammoths doing? Yeah, we've got 6 in here. We've got 1 Bamini. We've got 11 mammoth eggs. That's good. Reed fiber is increasing. Let's keep adding blocks. Boxes to the criteria. If we were making a lot of excess Brackene, I would suggest that we actually do something with that, but probably not at the moment. Yeah, it's just pike apple skewers. So the pike apples are clearly doing... Clearly planting the pike apples was the right idea. I just feel like they're not really doing very much at the moment. Wallpaper. You see the Aki mod development stream? Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. You want to see critter-specific sensors? Yeah, that would be interesting. I'm gonna have to have a look at long commutes again. Higby, you can have digging. Catalina, you can have supplying, and you can get the suits. A lot of time spent cooking. Well, that's fair enough. I probably actually want to get rid of these, don't I? Because I want to put the Sweetle dropper here. The rubber tiles do look like the true tile skin. I love that they look like tires. I think it's so fun. I think I am just going to tell them to get rid of these. The because I want to put the Sweetle dropper here, and we're nearly ready for that. If we're actually getting enough reed fiber to do a load of criticondos, then we will do that. That one needs to stay there, actually. And no played Oni to very late game. Does the game slow down when you have tons of animals, buildings around? Yes, that is the main problem with Oni. Yeah, that's kind of the ultimate problem, is that by the time you actually get your colony organized to the point where you're doing all these late game builds, your computer is kind of crying out. And it's, I'll be frank, it's a lot easier to handle performance-wise when you're not also streaming it. This game runs a lot better when I'm doing the sandbox showcase stuff. But equally, this game can get down to 10 FPS and it still feels fine because it's got the cartoony aesthetic, which is what I like about it. Right, are we on ice making now? Snow making. Yes, we want snow, not ice. That appears to be working, and then we need to let snow in here. You should be letting snow in here. I guess people still have to deliver the... Okay, snow is going in here. That's good. And then you can start delivering the snow. Although, I kind of wish you would deliver the snow more locally. Yeah, what defines my playstyle is the eventual performance. That kind of sucks. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's fairly realistic as well, isn't it? In real life, a constraint to things is certainly how many guys you have running around. You're not going to have an unnecessarily complicated operation just for no reason. Now, what I could do... I can't put any more ranches up here and over here because of the abyssite and the obsidian from the volcanoes. I am going to start clearing out some of these sleepweeds. Not all of them, but some of them. And I'm probably going to put a ceiling here. And then we're going to set up at least 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Thanks for the 4 Sweetle ranches. Thanks very much for follow, Croc Pro Player. We have a load of sulfur, and we're about to geotune this and hook it up even further. So, we definitely just want to go ahead with this. That's going to be a lot of free food. And that's ultimately a better plan than the pike apples. I think. Anyways. Croc Pro streams. Oh, cool. I'll have to have a look. Once you made an all achievement run when I was done at cycle 2400, I only had 3 FPS. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I think I kind of stopped playing when we get below 10 FPS. You're skilled exosuit training. That's funny. I'll take the plastic. Sulfur Geyser equals pie. We should actually prioritize getting George. We got George really easy last time because we set up the pinch of peppers really quickly. We do technically have pinch of peppers now, but they could wait a little bit longer. There's a polluted water vent up here that I can just geotune and hook up for them, but I want to get, if we're going to be relying on geotuning water geysers, I want to make sure that we are actually getting positive bleachstone first. So that's what we're going to do first. But I've been meaning to multiply the Sweetles out as well, so we will do that. I feel bad about digging up all the sleepweeds. So long as we don't dig up all the sleepweeds, we'll be alright. And then that one will come later. The rails are massively unoptimized. Really? Conveyor rails? Yeah, I wish the game had more performance scanning tools, so you could tell what was actually lagging the game out. That's like the #1 thing I want them to add. But that doesn't make money, does it? They know all of the Oni players that are religiously playing this game are going to play it even without performance tools. So I can see why that's not a dev priority. But, like, I would appreciate it. But it retains people. Yeah, that's true. The thing is, I think they know that we're not going to run off. I think they can call our bluff. It's not like we're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go and play Dyson program now instead. Although maybe I will. Maybe I will when I get the new computer. We will definitely go back to Dyson program. That is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm sad that when we really get cracking with that, our computer's not quite up to snuff. It's a 5 times Geotuned Saltwater Geyser Salt Positive. So the thing is, it depends on the numbers. I have a YouTube video. It's actually one of my most popular YouTube videos. It's about saltwater geysers and brine geysers. It's literally 2 hours long. And it's about all the maths and about configurations you can do with them. But to summarize, you generally get more salt. You generally get more salt out of a saltwater geyser than you put in. You get more bleach stone out than you put in. But each Geotuner is not generally salt positive. The saltwater geyser gives you a good amount to start with, based on just let me look it up quickly. 7% of the output being salt. So you get some bleach stone from putting that in a bleach stone hopper, but each Geotuner uses more bleach stone than it creates, but you still end up positive overall. Brine geysers are usually bleach stone positive. Each Geotuner creates more bleach stone than it costs to run. So in this case, we actually have a really spiky brine geyser. This is a very high output per second, but its active period and eruption period are short. But that's really good because that makes it more efficient for geotuning. It means the geotuners are running for less time, which means they spend less power and they spend less fuel. So this is really good. This one actually has a lower eruption rate, but the period and the active period are much longer. So this is less profitable to geotune. But the combination of them should still be bleachstone positive overall, because this one's so good, I think. Maybe. I don't know. In any case, the saltwater geyser is such a good geotuning candidate, because if you 5 times geotune this, you got 195 degrees C steam. That's so much power. Coming from, what? You're getting 15 kilograms per second of steam. More like 2.8, 2.7 per second average, including dormancy. That's so much free power. The brine geyser, in contrast, goes up to 90 degrees C, which is not quite there. But that's actually, you can desalinate that, or you can boil it in a condenser and get the water out. Either way, you can actually get a lot of water for your electrolyzers that way. But we're mostly going to geotune this for the salt. Now, one thing I am aware of is we are probably going to need more. We're probably going to need. I think I just need to close this off, frankly. I think we need to let the exosuit dupes come down here now. I think the docks are obsolete now. So I'm going to seal this. I want to actually seal the base eventually. Anyways. So maybe we just go ahead and do that now. This cool steam vent is not going to do anything this game, by the way. I am sad. We have too many other things to do. If they say, look, big performance improvement, like really big, I bet people will play. Yeah, that's definitely something they should do for like a mid-DLC update, but the amount of effort they're going to have to put into that, I think, is probably too high. And yes, generally, I think we all agree that Klei treats us pretty well, so they probably won't do something like that when they could do something that makes money instead. And that's not a dig. I'm just saying, they have plenty of good faith at the moment. I do appreciate Klei having just one cosmetic pack and not pay hundreds for tiny update packs like Paradox. This is why I think it's really important that as we get more and more of these planet packs, they cross-reference each other in an appropriate way, where you have incentive to buy the DLC to try out unique features like the story imperatives. I think that's a really good way of doing the DLCs. Make each different asteroid have a story that makes you do different things. And then have the tech and the elements be slightly more generally available, but most available on the DLC. I think that's the best way to do it. You have sealed yourself in. Well, you will seal yourself in. So you're going to have to put a ladder here. You do have oxygen, so this isn't really an emergency. But yeah, this should just be firmly exosuit territory now. Which means let's just dig this out then. At this point. Or actually, you know what? Let's dig that out. Then you can get up here and do that. I should probably just remove those tiles as well. You'd rather have a DLC and have to pay for it than have no development only. Yes, that's true. That's the thing. Like, we had ages where the Klei was not making extra money from the game. And it's like, on the one hand, like, the thing is, you want the development pace to be about right so that you can actually play all the DLC. Like, we play this game for, usually we play this game for about 10 hours a week. And we kind of end up playing about as much content as they release, I think. There's still stuff we haven't done in the game, but we have been slowly catching up. You like the 2 updates per year model? Yeah. Yeah, like, it depends on the actual specific update content as well. But this game does take a while to play, that's the thing. So, I really don't want them to release stuff too quickly. Then you end up with the Stellaris problem where... Or the problem that you have with a lot of Paradox games. I love Paradox games, but the DLC releases so frequently, I almost feel like there's never a proper stasis where you can get settled into the game. And they're so complicated as well. It's the kind of game that would really benefit from you actually having a period of stasis where you can really refine your approach to the game. And that's very frustrating to me. We've still got too much food. That's good. That's a sign that I could probably actually put the Sweetles in here now. So I am just going to clear this out to begin with, I think. Let's just do that for now, and then we can get the room set up. I was kind of hoping to do saltwater stuff today, but, I mean, Sweetles do have to breed. We do have a load of them up here now, waiting for us. Well, I thought we had more. I thought we had more, honestly. They're not breeding. Are they not getting groomed? No, they are getting groomed. Body temperature low, crowded, cozy. So you should have 4. You should have 4 happiness, right? I think I have to set this to 6. Let's do that. And then relocate you up here. Paradox comes out with so many packs, they made subscriptions to try out the packs you never get to keep. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not paying a subscription for a single player game. If I was playing one of those Paradox games as my main game on stream, and I was making enough money from the stream to buy the DLC for that game, then I would do that. And I'm grateful I don't need to do that with Oni, because the DLC doesn't release so frequently. It's not a significant portion of the amount of revenue I generate through the stream. So I don't actually feel conflicted about that, which is good. I'm just going to remove the manual generators. We're going to have to move these at some point anyways. But I want another row of things here. Yeah, remove the building as well. We'll figure out the rest of the stuff later, and then I'll just put the tiles in. This is going to be an awkward setting. I think I'm addicted to this game, so I'm going to play 30 hours a week. Well, that's what I'm aiming for this week, because we're gonna have to catch up for when we're on holiday. But that's absolutely fine. You have remained trapped. Cool. You have obsidian, so build an obsidian ladder here. And then get out. And now everyone can get over here in their suits. And it's not very efficient, but they can do it. So that should mean that this pipe shouldn't have to go here anymore. Which means I can reverse this bridge. What Paradox game is obnoxious with DLCs? What Paradox game isn't obnoxious with DLCs? I quite like Victoria 3, because the DLC pace for that game feels more measured, and I feel like there's time in between the major releases. And also, a lot of the DLCs for Victoria 3 are cosmetic updates, so they are actually optional. I feel like yeah, City Skylines is a lot, but city games always do, to be fair. Stellaris, the devs are very clearly releasing content for Stellaris faster than they can maintain it, to the point where it interferes with the gameplay. The AI does not know how to play with the new mechanics. It turns Stellaris into less of a role-playing game, less of a strategy game and more of a role-playing game, where you're just stomping the galaxy, or playing multiplayer and hoping it doesn't desync, which is frustrating because I really like Stellaris. I have played it on stream before, but come on, build this. Why? I think the errand for this was just bugged. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's a shame because Stellaris is a really fun game. Or it was a really fun game. But they've released so much DLC for it now that I feel like I can't get settled back into it. And also, with Stellaris in particular, the DLC and the updates often change so much about the core mechanics of the gameplay. Like core systems of the game are getting rewritten in the updates. It's on version 4.0 now, and I know Shen has talked about this a lot. But, and to be fair, you can go and play the previous versions of Stellaris if you want, but they're not being actively maintained. And if it's good that the game is being updated, but the game is changing on such a frequent basis and such a substantial basis, you just can't feel settled into it, I don't think. Unless it was your absolute main game. And the result is you can't have that much actual depth to it because at the moment, because it's going to change so much, you can't rely on that depth being maintained. And I really don't want that situation to happen with Oni. God, I feel like I've just been talking. Right, so these are actually running now. That's good. We are making heat over here, but it should be net positive on the snow. Is this enough snow? I don't think it is. That's a lot of snow. That's concerning. But yeah, I mean, the good thing is, I mean, this Aquatic Planet Pack changes a lot with swimming and aquatic critters. But that was stuff that wasn't very fleshed out to begin with. So I think that's good. Suffocation changing is also okay, because I think I'm making it more in line with other hazards in the game. Hazards in the game usually won't kill you outright. I think what the devs want to happen is they just want you to suffer the slow death. Everything accumulates rather than you feeling like something unfairly happened and you didn't react to it in time. CPR is fun, yeah. I have faith in Klei to not spread this game too thin. I don't think they will. But I very much, after this DLC, do want to see a performance-orientated update. Because there is plenty of fun gameplay now. Let us catch up. Let us catch up. Let us have fun with all the new mechanics. Let us have fun with the new Tepodizer. And see what's what. Now, this is going to have to be 25 wide, so it's going to have to go over here, which means all of this stuff is going to get cleared out, which feels bad, but it has to happen. And then you can tile these bits up as well. Oh, yeah! Did any of you guys get the fun hype train emotes yesterday? Because I believe I actually got a good one. Yeah, I got the frog. We had a proper hype train yesterday because we had 10 anonymous gift subs. I'm a very easily pleased individual when it comes to fish-related emotes. You got the gingerbread man? Get that bread. Get that pepper bread. You got the snowman. That's funny.
I'm in a fish mood now. Fish has been established.
It
Oh!
was established, wasn't it?
I changed it. See, I changed the sound alert icon. The first one still has the old fish, but I like that one for the other sound effects. Anyways, yeah, fish cam. How are the fish? I have become fish. There was a mod for performance to install from the GitHub. It added me 10 FPS in old save. Are you talking about Fast Track? We have played with Fast Track before. It did help slightly sometimes. It didn't always help. I really think the problem with my computer is actually just the temperature, rather than what specifically is going on with... Redneck, you should definitely have branching. Rather than what specifically the game is doing. Who's trapped? Snow. There we go. Good job. Yeah, you guys get to see the fish for a bit. Oh, actually, hold on. I have something really funny to show you. Well, maybe it's not that funny. Oh god, get rid of this. No. No. Yes. So I have an aloe vera plant next to me in real life. And it's suffered a malady. Can you tell what's gone wrong with it? Two of the leaves have severed themselves somehow. This one makes sense because it was kind of resting on the edge of the pot. This one, I don't know how it happened, but it just seems to be losing structural integrity. Is this a sign I need to add more CO2 to the room, or that I need to increase the room temperature? Also, I keep calling it a friggin' alveo vera. Because I talk a lot more about alveo veras than aloe veras. It's too powerful, it's self-nerfed. Yeah. Exactly. Yes, fish are happy to see you all. You've actually built that pump. So that is... What? Oh, right. Is this actually hooked up still? That's disabled. I need to cut this. I need to cut that. Okay, good. Fill the soup. That's filling up the brain machine. Okay, that's fine. I think what that means is I can actually put more suit docks down. And we do have resources to do so. So let's make 5... Actually, how many do we have at the moment? I think the plant needs more milk bones in 2 weeks. Yeah. Maybe. Let's put 3 more in.
Can I get a fish sandwich?
A fish sandwich? Okay. Hold on. Well, considering as we're waiting around for dupes to do stuff anyways. There's Pleco. Let's put some food in here and see what they do. I'm gonna put some, hold on. I'm gonna put some Tetra Prima granules in there. Because they ate the other fish, they ate the other food today. They didn't eat the other fish, don't worry about it. My fish is so cute. Yeah! Pleco is well behaved on camera too. That's nice. We're gonna make it rain. That's probably a good quantity of little pellets. They're little sinking pellets. So you're gonna see them coming down in a second. Yeah, there we go. Is that gonna wake? Is that gonna wake the Pleco up? Yes, it is. He's like, oh yeah. Yeah, he's a bristlenose Pleco. Very bristly. I think it's actually, I think it might be a female. The bristles are not very long. This is a very mature bristlenose Pleco. On the males, they get a lot longer. Like, sometimes it looks like they have a friggin' beard. Oh, there's Whiskers. Yep, there's Whiskers. There she goes. There she goes again. And are we gonna see her? Are we gonna see her fart on camera? And barging them out of the way. Yep. There you go. She is literally like a Reaper Leviathan in a tank full of peepers. She's not very mean. she just has a lot of mass to throw around. Right. I am gonna shove this here. And I think what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna put a bridge here and a bridge here. Oh, you can't see this. Don't worry about it. Let me worry about blank. Do that. Then cut those ones off. Barbooch. Yeah! Here's a funny thing. So, like, before I did streaming, my big video game thing was competitive Pokemon. It was Smogon. Like, the 6v6 singles stuff. I was a moderator / admin for some of the metagames. I think it was the never used metagame. I was one of them for several years while I was at uni and doing my PhD and stuff. Actually, I think that was while I was doing my undergrad, more so than my PhD. But yeah, we did a lot of that. We did a lot of article writing, forum management, stuff like that. And it's like, it never even occurred to me when I started streaming that Barboach was a fish-based Pokemon of the fish that I was going to get. Like, before we had all of our stream art and things, and I got Whiskers, we literally had like a Klei doll as our profile picture, because Klei doll was my profile picture on the forums. But it's like, in retrospect, we should have become a Barboach-themed channel. That would have surely made more sense. Anyways, these guys have had enough food. They'll keep eating it later. And you can watch it down there. It's fine. Right, let's put some more exosuits in here. Shall we go up to 20? I think 15 is actually how many we want from a pipes point of view. I don't think we have quite the oxygen infrastructure to do more than this. I set up a bridge here, so when the sleep machine fills up, then it dumps more into these suits at the front. But yeah, I kind of missed it out. Oh look, there's Whiskers. She's back. She's back! We're gonna get to see her fart on camera. Look, there's her butthole. You can see it. Are we gonna get it? It'll be obvious when she does fart. But probably not, because she hasn't surfaced in a while. No, she's fine. Not the butt. Yeah. It's alright. Glad the camera is behaving. Drop a ceramic Klei doll into the tank, that will fix it. That's not a bad idea, actually. Do they do Pokemon-themed fish tank decorations? That seems like the sort of thing that they would do, doesn't it? I can imagine that would be the case. Alright. The wife has also confirmed she's coming back with pizza. So, I will let you know when that happens, and we will go and have dinner, and then we will come back. But not for a little while, I don't think. You need to make 3 more Atmos suits. That's fine. Come on. Also, while we're all here, can you imagine if I left this making infinite Atmos suits? Has anyone ever done that? You can't see it because of the camera and stuff, but like, has anyone ever accidentally set the forge up to make infinite Atmos suits and then come back to a stack of like 200 of them and be like, oh no, my reed fiber. See, that sucks, because you've used so much reed fiber doing that. You got 60, and then presumably you printed 60 duplicates and made a mega base, right? To justify the reed fiber cost. Oh, goodness. I don't think we're going to have more than 15 suits for this base. I am actually going to put in a textile loom as well. That can be made out of copper, and that can go here. I know it's a really random place, but, I mean, it is what it is. You did it on purpose once? Why? I think they should add a deconstructor to the game, which will let you deconstruct certain items. Yeah, like Charlie Kelly says. I really liked it when they added that to Subnautica Below Zero. I hope they add it to Subnautica 2. I mean, I get that it can be a bit overpowered sometimes, but I think it's fine. Also, these tanks are almost full. If I'm not actually going to use the polluted water for something, I need to actually figure out a way to properly dispose it. I have literally just been pulling it up there for ages. Right, that is going to be 4 lots of Sweetles. And then we'll still have a couple of Sleepweeds left, but not a lot. For an Atmo suit conveyor belt heat loop. Alright, you're gonna have to explain that one. Is it because they're very heavy items that you can put on a conveyor and they're very conductive? Oh, I see. Wow, now that's clever. That's very clever. Because normally you can only fit 20 kilograms of material at a time. Is it 200? I thought it was 300. It costs 300 to make it. Does the suit itself only weigh 200? That's weird. It definitely takes 300 kilograms of material to use or to do. Oh god, what's going on here? Yeah, I'm not doing anything about that. We're gonna have to put some ladders here. That's okay. I'll leave it like that, and then probably just a ladder here and a ladder here, and then you can build everything. Oh man, you've got to show me that. You believe in the power of Etsy. Yeah, we might be able to find a ceramic plate doll. Although I think, to be honest, the moment is passed on that. Yeah. If you have a screenshot, please do send it to me, because I would be interested to see that. We will definitely do something about these tiles later, but in the meantime, you get to enjoy the granite texture. Ooh. Oh, you know what we could actually do? We could make this glass. Meh. I don't know. We have a lot of glass now. We have 12 tons of glass. This is an argument that perhaps we should actually make more mercury, but you can actually see how quickly the mercury level is dropping. I'm sure there's more we can melt, but... yeesh. We can melt this pretty easily. Yeah, this is a pretty big chunk. Pumping it would be a bit annoying, but not that annoying. I might actually get the dupes to start digging this out. I think we would want to come under here and do that. I am giving 50% of the mercury to the lamp. Yep, we're using automation. There's a timer sensor that turns it on and off, alternating to get the consumption right so it flickers. Bit weird this is how you have to do it. I kind of like doing it with the meter valves as well. I feel like that's a bit neater, but that requires plastic, and we didn't have plastic when we made this. It actually looks like we're only running a couple of these trees. So I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to turn these ones off. The mercury will still run. I'm hoping that will actually mean we have enough snow to produce all of these. And then maybe we'll do something other than bonbon trees in those bits. Or maybe we'll pit plant it. Probably won't pit plant it, because I need the floxes to actually do flox things. How are you guys doing? You can be set to 8 now. We have lots more reed fiber now, that's good. I can set you to 8 as well. Oh, you know what? Keep you at 7 for now. We're going to save those for the Sweetles. You can just limit the flow in the pipe. That is usually how we do it. That is usually how we do it. The issue we had with that was we were trying to do it with shutoffs originally, and to keep the pipe from the mercury from bursting in the pipe with the shutoffs was too complicated. Because this area is too cold. The mercury actually solidifies in here if we don't recirculate it through here with this tepodizer. Even though it's an insulated pipe. Mercury just has that low of a heat capacity and that high of a conductivity. But yeah, there was an episode of Sour Gas or Bust where we did that. Also, I'm seeing so many flies flying around outside, I'm going to close the window. I'm worried. I'm worried we're going to start feeding the fish flies. Oh look, we've got a guy on the camera, that's fun. Right, this is actually getting pretty close to done then. That's good. I will open this up as well, because this doesn't actually need to be a room. And then I will put everything else over here. Have I actually been drowning the Sweetles? I guess I have been. That's mean. I mean, we did need the food. I'm looking forward to drowning less Sweetles. And then what I might do actually over here is I might put... I'll wait to build that door until later. I might actually put the Fashionator over here, because I don't think we're going to do anything else with this room. I can go here. Lots of iron now, that's good. I'll just do this, and then put a sensor here. It's probably fine. Whiskers is back! Now she's gone. It's too late. Let me select the friggin' shoot, please. Shoot. You saw a short video on YouTube where some guy made a lamp and a fan underneath it, and hitting insects fell into the water after hitting the blade. Oh my god, that's cruel. I don't know, I mean, it is the thing, right? Like, so I've thought about live feeding the fish before, because it's good for them. But I can't bring myself... Well, I can bring myself to do it. I think it would upset... I think it would upset my wife if I did. She feels bad for the brine shrimp. It's very sweet. But yeah, we need a lot of Sweetles if we're going to have a lot of spigot seals. They are actually getting through the sucrose, and if we don't do this now, we're going to run out of sucrose. So let's do this now. Better than a mouse for a snake, yeah. Do I not like bugs? I don't mind bugs. Well, I have spiders in my room, and let's just say I prefer spiders to flies. That's fine. Pip. Maybe we'll use the pips in a bit, I don't know. I'm not totally against it. Usually on a run, I want to get as far as I can without pips before we resort to pips. But if there's something that we absolutely can't do without pip planting, then we'll do it. And I'm beginning to think the bonbon trees might be one of them. Because even with this many ice makers, I mean, granted, they're not loading these all the time. I don't really want them to be loading them all the time, either. I think what I might do to start with, as well, is I might just actually get them to manually move some Sweetles in here and get them to start breeding. So that could go... I believe the plan was to do that. That. Yeah. Then a loader here. At least we have enough refined method to do all of this for now. I am going to have to do more phosphorus. This vent isn't going to get hot enough, though, because of the temperature plates. The ethanol is no longer uncooperative. You already have brine shrimp. I think it's better than bugs, to be fair. Well, I have the frozen cubes. That's what I do. I get the frozen cubes for the fish. Mostly for the frogs, if I'm being honest. The frogs really do not like... Oh, this is about to freeze. You are not flooded. Oh, we had ice melt in here. That's bad. We actually need the oil. Where did the oil go? That's probably it. Yeah, we want the oil back in here. Well, I mean, this is an emergency. This is going to activate in one cycle, so we're going to switch from the iron to the aluminium. So we're going to get to watch this work, right? That's definitely going to work today. It's probably going to get too hot. I am mentally prepared for that outcome. Now, how's this Brackene actually looking? It's probably going to freeze if we put it over here. I'm going to hold off on the Brackene for now. We actually have spare nosh beans. I don't think that will last for long. The mammoths are actually multiplying. That's good. That means we don't have to skimp on these anymore. Right, put the sulfur in there. Set this to everything, including eggs. This one is going to go over here. And then we want to put the loader in pretty quickly, because we are absolutely shuffling all of the... That's annoying. Don't do it like that. That's weird. We're shuffling all the sucrose over to the seals directly. This was always the plan. If you have a sulfur geyser, I think this is just straight up better than doing the trees. The trees feel like something where you should actually probably pit plant them. That being said, ice makers, like the snow does help keep things cool. The problem is these plants consume the snow quickly enough that it's not really going to actively cool the environment that much. And you can just see it dropping down here. I guess 100 kilograms a day, and it's spread out across all these tiles. That might be alright. Dunno. Looks like we're a little shy on food. So what I'm going to do... The pike apples probably aren't lasting very long down here. This area is heated up too much. This area is still alright. I'll put them over here for now. I'm hoping this area will eventually cool down again. You can use conduction panels to cool turbines underneath a liquid on the ground. I know. I like having it here just to thermally seal it though with the vacuum tiles. The reality is I could just literally tile this and it would be fine. Or I could just do that and keep it with the water. We've done conduction panels before. They are indeed fine. Long commute's looking like. Farming supply, ranching supply. Okay, that is definitely a sign that we need to get the sulfur situation sorted out, because I'm pretty sure they're just grabbing sulfur from across the map at the moment. The good thing is, when we set up the geyser tamer, that will actually just plop straight in the ranches. So that should work well. You're going to erupt again in a minute, that's good. Plastic ladders have done well, that's good. How's the traffic overlay looking? I love this mod so much. These tiles, obviously, these are the ones they're running on all the time, so these should definitely be plastic. Definitely. And then any other candidates? I think we've kind of already got the main tiles sorted. These ones I need to keep as airflows. Yeah, that should be a significant improvement. Well, I mean, getting the Sweetles sorted out today is at least something. But I always want something unique for the thumbnails. I've kind of been struggling with that recently. You need transit tubes for them to go up? At some point, yeah. I don't think we actually really need a plastic ladder here. Well, we're going to get up to the sulfur geyser, aren't we? So why not? Get rid of all of this. Get rid of these. I'm cheating with the tubes. They not consume power. What? How are you cheating with the tubes? No fair. Right, I think relocate manually in here just so we can start breeding them a bit faster. Oh. You've grown up. That was a good time for you to grow up. They've realized I'm searching for them. There you go. Just be able to let you here for now. Get you breeding. Weight plate and 0.5 second delay. Oh, that's so cheesy. Is that actually... That's probably worked since they put the friggin' thing in the game. That's funny. I'm gonna go back to normal camera now. This should not be set to yellow alert. Yeah, this should be set to sucrose. Sure. You better not drown yourselves before I get to you. Oh, wait. There you go. That seemed sensible. It's an old one, but a good one. That sounds like something that they need to actually just fix, if I'm being honest. If they intend for transit tubes to require power, they should require power. I would argue that's probably actually a higher priority than the friggin' temporizer glitch. Power-wise. Right, well... I don't know, I'm not a rocket scientist. That's definitely a little silly. Oh! Oh no! No! That won't do. Well... Ugh. Get rid of that. And get rid of the power wire. And if we need to put gyms back, we'll just put them in the ranches. Yeah, make sure that you're actually getting groomed. Then priority 9, this, probably. Or making cold from doors? Yes, I remember that one. That was ridiculous. I never used that. The temperature duplication thing. That can go there as well. And then we'll set up the automation in a bit. I just want to get the Sweetles moved over manually to start. I shouldn't really have 2 columns on the go, but I did have to do that. A little while. Right, I'm going to be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere.